Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And over the years, we've seen Keanu Reeves become one of the most beloved actors in Hollywood, whether it's ranging from some hilarious moments he's had when doing interviews to some of the great movies he's been in, like The Matrix or even the newer John Wick movies. And along the way, we've actually seen Keanu Reeves do a lot of his own stunts for the movies that he is in. So today we thought it'd be really fun to take a look at Keanu Reeves behind the scenes in various films doing a lot of his own stunts. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. But real quick, if you want more content like this on maybe a faster basis, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram. There's a link in the description down below. We post a ton of content over there. Okay, let's go back to the video. Now, first up, going all the way back to when that first Matrix movie released, we see Keanu Reeves doing a karate stunt while connected to ropes to get that Matrix effect. And it's really cool to see the behind the scenes that went into this. It also almost kind of makes us excited for the new Matrix movie that's coming out sometime soon. We also get to see this really cool moment from that first Matrix of him doing a gun battle scene, and that's also a really interesting look, and it kind of shows also not only how much went into the effects of the movie, but some of those stunts that are choreographed to make the Matrix feel like this real computer world that you can kind of edit physics in and whatnot. It's cool how they pulled these stunts together to make it look like the way that it came across in the movie.
Where do you want these things?
Then we have another really interesting behind the scenes where we get to see some more VFX here, but we actually get to see Keanu Reeves doing a gun battle stunt on a motorcycle, which was used for John Wick 3. Then on the other side, we also have this moment from John Wick 3 where we see Keanu Reeves riding on a horse while being strapped to a bunch of cables. And he actually goes on later on to talk about this specific scene during an interview that he did with Ellen.
Train with the horses.
That's amazing, but you were hanging off on the side at
Yeah,
one
there was
point.
one point where usually when you train for a film with, for me, my experience was like, okay, learn how to walk, trot, canter, a little gallop, hit a mark. And then with John Wick, it's like do all of those things and then get off the saddle and then shoot somebody, So, yeah, it was crazy.
That's incredible.
Then this is actually just an interesting look behind the scenes, but we actually get a chance to see some of the people who worked on the film along with choreographers explain how much time went into Keanu Reeves training for the first John Wick movie.
And he wants to be there.
Then we also get this behind the scenes moment from the Red Circle where we see a gun battle and Keanu Reeves takes us behind the scenes.
There's, people dancing and lights and strobe lights.
This nightclub actually has a bathhouse below. That's sort of a club in itself.
Part of it that takes place in a kind of bathhouse, which was a groovy location, had some fighting there.
Then there was some really cool martial arts stunts done for John Wick 3.
For me, action has always been about if I'm there, then that connection between the audience and I and the character is close to a visceral, emotional impact. Over the years of doing the John Wick training, the physicality, the martial arts, and then the weapon work, I've gotten better. So I'm really the ceiling, because the vision is always bigger than me. And when you're the limit, you can always get better.
We also see Keanu Reeves here in this following moment where he's practicing in his gun range to have proper accuracy for the movie. Then we actually get some more insight about what went into John Wick 2, and producers and directors talk a little bit about how they actually trained Keanu to be a stuntman, since he really wanted all the stunts to be filmed by himself, or he wanted to do a lot of his own stunts so that in the movie it could constantly look like him in most cases and build this character. And it makes a lot of the action sequences really pop out.
How many people you can hose down with a pistol?
Then if we look to this moment, we can actually see Keanu Reeves being trained to hold a weapon securely, as well as aiming and balancing when shooting it.
Up! Trigger, don't move. Gun tight. Keep it tight. Elbows tight. Lock these for me. There you go. Stomach tight. Legs tight. Boom, 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 boom. Turn and check weapon. Holster reset. Good. Don't move. Shoot! Trigger. Tight. Everything tight. Da, 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 da. Good. Turn and check reset. Okay, this time you're going to do it on your own. When I say up, Keanu.
And then we also have this moment where Keanu Reeves did his own car drifting stunt, which is so awesome to see.
Basic stuff like 180s, 90s, 45s, 180 burnout, do some drifting.
We brought Keanu out, trained him how to drive. He's a phenomenal driver and stunt driver, and that allowed us to be able to put him in a lot more of the shots. He never, in all our stunt driver training and stuff, he never blew through his mark. He never gave me any concern or any reason to think he couldn't do this stuff.
You just turned 50.
The old half century.
Exactly. Do
Yes.
you find it harder to do these kinds of things, or do you call on the stuntmen more after you turn 50?
No.
You did all this?
Well, you know, I always want to do as much as I possibly can because I think action should be tied to character and to emotion and to the story. So the more that I can do, and the directors wanted to do long takes and not make it cutty, but the more that you can see me and go on, you know, the journey with the character, the more emotional it is, the more connection you have. And in terms of like, you know, running up and down stairs and being 50, you just become more efficient.
The action in the movie is phenomenal.
Cool.
Obviously. And it's come from that background and the experience from the producers and the directors, and it comes across on screen really well. The fighting was different, I felt like. You had space, like normally you can't see what's going on. And here you had space to really get into those moments. I was like teeth clenched at times, like, "Ugh, stab him, stab him."
Yeah, great. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they wanted to do longer takes, and yeah, oftentimes in some action sequences, you don't really know what the room looks like. You know what I mean? They really didn't want to do a lot of, of course there's cutting and editing in some of the sequences, but they wanted to do longer takes. They wanted you to just kind of have those moments with like, did I just see that? You know, like the knife fight down the hallway, or when he enters that room in the nightclub and he just, you know, but there's like a grittiness to John Wick that I really like, you know, doing the ground and like the effort and consequence.
Yeah, yeah. You would not mess with him, ever.
So what did you guys think of some of these moments? Do you like seeing Keanu Reeves behind the scenes in these roles? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.